The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole.
Y'all ready to get rolling? Quiet on the set. Hey, welcome back. Another hot episode of the Golden Boot. It's your boy Pooh Bear. I got my man Aunt Petty Murphy in the building. What's good with you, my boy?
Been a minute, man.
It has. Happy Mardi Gras to everybody. Happy Lovers Day. Happy Side Piece Day. All them things. Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday and Side. Ash Wednesday. See, it was special this year. Ash Wednesday and Side Piece Day fell on us. No, it was Valentine's Day and Ash Wednesday was the same day. Yeah, so you can, you know what I'm saying? You can be like, I gotta go to church with my family. You know, I gotta go to church with my family this year.
Yeah.
You
could have tried that excuse.
gotta go to church with my family. But nah, man, I hope everybody had a good week. If you're an LSU Tiger fan, you definitely had a good weekend, at the very least. But man, we didn't get a chance to talk Super Bowl. Kind of recap. Chiefs by 3. 25-22.
I got the margin of victory right, but the score was off by a little bit. It 27-24. So
yeah.
It was a good game.
It was a good game. A lot of people didn't like it because it was boring. As far as it was the boring meaning, not a lot of offensive firepower, especially in the first half. I watched the Super Bowl a little different this year. Dylan had me watching the Super Bowl on Nickelodeon with SpongeBob and Patrick.
Oh man.
Sandy the squirrel was the sideline reporter. And Dora the explorer was what's your boy who be the referee who be explaining the rules and stuff.
Yeah.
Gene. Yeah. So she would pop up and explain what a rule was, what it meant. She got a little spice in there too, because at one point she was like, "Does anyone need a map to find the end zone?"
Dang.
I was like, dang.
That's
Cold-blooded. But nah, seriously though, I think what Nickelodeon is doing with that is genius, because it's getting kids to watch the game, follow the game, and keep up. Dylan was glued to this. I mean, he likes sports and stuff anyway, and he would have watched it on the other, but being that it was, SpongeBob and stuff, he definitely paid attention. And when they said, a penalty, he was like, well, why is that? They would explain it. I ain't necessarily have to explain everything. So it was cool. So I think it's genius what they're doing with that. Just like when they did the Toy Story game for the Jags and Falcons. Yeah. It's good in getting Yeah, there you go. Adrian, what's good, everybody too. Adrian said it's educational. I know some adults who need to tune in. Definitely. I mean, like seriously, I know, saying joking, but seriously, like it did explain like some rules and why certain stuff happened. Cause I know, so I'm gonna tell you it's a quick story. When I be at like the high school games, when I used to be at the high school games, people be yelling at the rest, oh, that's wrong. And I be like, well, actually, and then I have to explain the rules, or what I'm saying, a certain rule, and then everybody be on their phone looking it up and we all explain to each other. So that's definitely it, what I'm saying, because rules change yearly, whether we realize it or not. So
Yeah. I just can't believe that the 49ers didn't know the rules to overtime. Or
don't get me
supposedly
started.
didn't know the rules of overtime.
I did not know that both teams would. I thought it was if one team scores a field goal, the other team would get a chance. I didn't know if they scored a touchdown or saying regardless. That part I didn't know. I'm also not an NFL head coach.
I knew both teams would get a possession, no matter what the outcome of the first possession would be. But what I didn't know was that if the clock would have ran out, it would have been like the first quarter of overtime. Like, I didn't know that part. Because whenever the clock was ticking down, I'm over here like snap the ball, not realizing that it would have been, the end of the first period of overtime or whatever.
Yeah. So exciting game. Overall. We initially talked about this and we asked who did back when it was conference championship week, who did legacy would be more impacted. Mahomes, Andy Reid, both cemented themselves as Andy Reid's still got some work to do to become or be considered, all time great. But Mahomes is on a steady, trajectory.
Yeah, I think Andy Reid, he put himself maybe on that Mount Rushmore, but he not necessarily the GOAT. As of now, he probably not the GOAT. He might be on the fringe of that conversation, but Patrick Mahomes is definitely elevated his legacy to right up there with Montana and folks like that. I know he ain't quite got the number of rings they got, but he right in that same conversation.
Right. I want to flip it on. Go to flip side. Not necessarily Purdy, right, because Purdy necessarily may have another shot. What does this say about Shanahan?
Right now, it look like he can't win the big game. I mean, he done had a double-digit lead in every Super Bowl he's been in, and got 3 L's. So, I mean, right now it looked like he can't win the big game. But I'll say this: he's still young enough to where it's a long time. There's a lot of time left for him to kind of twist the narrative that's around him right now, because at his age, at the age that Shanahan is, Andy Reid didn't even make a Super Bowl yet. And look at what his legacy is now. So I mean, he still got time to kind of change it. But as of now, his legacy is he can't win the big game.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think of, like, when you think of those great coaches, or coaches we consider to be great that didn't make it. First one comes to mind, of course, is Marv Levy. You know what I'm saying? 4 straight without winning.
Yeah.
Good question. Next you got to look at is it Schottenheimer? Who was the Broncos coach that they kept getting there or would get close and wouldn't make it until they finally won it? I can't think of it. Is it I want to say Schottenheimer.
Marty Schottenheimer. It might be him. Because he made it to the Super Bowl and didn't win it, if I'm not mistaken. He made it to 2. Dan Reeves. Marty Schottenheimer made it to the Super Bowl with somebody, though. Maybe the Chargers.
He was he coached the Chiefs.
He coached the Chargers too, didn't he?
Can't remember.
But I don't know if he made a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. D-Lob asked a great question. Do y'all agree with the firing they DC being
Hell
49ers?
no.
That was terrible. Terrible idea. I mean,
That,
why?
that feels like a scapegoat. Like we lost, but it can't be my fault. So, Schottenheimer never made the Super Bowl. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, that's just that. I agree. That's a scapegoat. No, I definitely don't agree with that.
It feels like one of them. We lost the Super Bowl, so something's got to change, but it ain't gonna be me. So let me fire him.
You had that lockdown defense all season, and now all of a sudden it's the defense fault. It's not defense fault. She lost that game. I mean they contributed. I can't say it's their fault.
He didn't help them. Going 3 and out 3 straight times in the second half didn't help. I mean, it wasn't the defensive coordinator who muffed that punt.
No.
So I mean, it just
no. Yeah. But yeah, congrats to the Chiefs on winning another one. I didn't, I know we talked about it on Twitter. I set up a teaser for that one. I had I ended up with 49ers +4 and the over under over 40. And that ended up hitting when they went to overtime. So it was cool.
Excuse me for a second.
All right. Oh man. But yeah, man, it was a great game. I definitely enjoyed the actual, saying competitiveness. Brandon Reed said I would have just kept running the ball. Yeah. I think Kansas City benefited from back-to-back games where all the opposing team had to do was run the ball. Because Kansas City was definitely vulnerable against the run, and they did not do that. I don't know why teams start to get away from that, but it definitely hurts. Yeah.
I think it's because you got Mahomes on the other side, so you know that he gonna eventually score at some point in time. So I think they just try to like, we still need to be scoring. We need to be scoring. We need to be scoring instead of just realizing that just run the ball and you keep them off the field.
Yeah, I agree. Completely agree. But yeah, like I said, congratulations to the Chiefs. This is gonna be the last one about the game. D-Lob said he's been seeing the post about 0 holding calls on the Chiefs, which I think that's not the reason he lost the game. Yeah, they definitely missed some calls. I think it was on both sides. But it's not the reason that the 49ers lost.
I think that's just a coincidence.
So
I'm just saying, like, it's one of them things to where like they could call holding on every play if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like, unless it's egregious, I don't think that they're gonna do it. But
yeah, I mean, I don't want to go there. I've seen the ones where like on Bosa that they showed.
Well, the one where he did like a half spin move and kind of stopped spinning, like I don't know.
Some stuff just.
I don't think that one was a legit hold though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a Super Bowl, bro. They're not finna just call holding just to call holding and bail you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not finna unless it's stopping somebody from getting to the quarterback or making a play. They're not finna call it just to call it in the Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah. Also, I did learn this year when it comes to holding. If it's on the other side of the field and that guy wasn't gonna get to the quarterback, they're not gonna call it anyway.
I didn't know this though, that if you're doing a rip move, they don't call holding on those. Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't like Dylan asked me about blocking in the back. And then I think when the defensive lineman did a spin move, and I was like, well, he's already engaged in the block, Dylan. So his back, you know what I'm saying? He gave him his back. That's not gonna be the same thing, but that's neither here nor there. For you know what I'm saying, I want to move on from the game. I want to talk about the halftime show, man. Usher.
It was cool. I
I
felt like he tried to do too much, like fit too much into halftime show. But it was a good show though.
Yeah. So a lot of people are upset he didn't do a lot of songs for a long period of time, but he did a lot of songs. One thing I was talking about, Usher had a lot of hits I forgot or hadn't heard in a while and just didn't think about. And what is the next generation? Our kids. Like we got, you know, say Usher can pop up there and do some stuff. Chris Brown get up there and do some stuff for a halftime show. You can have it's several, you know what I'm saying, artists from our Drake get up there. What about this next generation? Because I mean, it's only so man. It's a lot of one hit wonders.
They're gonna have Taylor Swift perform every year.
It's gonna be AI.
Yeah,
it's gonna be AI, computer generated, fan interactive.
It's gonna be like when I first started watching the Super Bowl, and every performance was somebody from 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be nobody relevant, and it's gonna be all people of our generation.
Yeah. Speaking of that, man, top 3 Super Bowl halftime shows. We can do. I say modern time.
Prince number 1.
Go. Okay, you got Prince as your number 1. That's 2007. Go ahead.
Prince number 1. Michael Jackson number 2.
Oh, okay. What year was Michael Jackson? I'm looking it up now. 93 was Michael Jackson.
After that, you can put whoever you want. Just them 2, 1 and 2.
Okay. Mine a little different. I'm gonna start from the bottom. Honorable mention. I got 2015 Katy Perry because she had a lot of people.
I don't even remember
that. So that's the one they had with the Sharks, but it was Katy Perry, Lenny Kravitz, Missy Elliott, Juicy J. I don't know if you remember that. Oh man, so that was an honorable mention. I put this year's 2024 as an honorable mention, just because I didn't want to have recency bias. I really liked it, but I didn't want to have that. My number 3, Prince in 2007.
But 3?
That's my number 3. It was good. It was in the rain. That was my number 3. My number 2 was 2022 with the West Coast.
Oh hell, that over Dr. Prince?
Dre. Yes, I do.
Prince playing Purple Rain in the rain. That's like the most iconic you can have at a Super Bowl celebration.
Halftime. All right, it is RIP. 22. Dr. Dre with Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J, Kendrick Lamar, 50 Cent, Anderson .Paak. Yeah, it was stacked. It was stacked in 22.
Not for Prince though, but
my number 1, and it's not for the reasons. It's not for obvious reasons. But it was 2004 Tittygate. That year, that was the first year that MTV and Pepsi. No, hear me out. That was the first year that MTV and Pepsi actually got together, and that was the first time the Super Bowl actually did hip hop for the halftime show. That show had before the scandal happened. That show had Diddy, Nelly, Kid Rock, Jessica Simpson.
Don't nobody remember all that though.
You don't. I do. I do. I remember
If you ask 100 people, 99 gonna say they remember the titty. That's all they remember.
I know they gonna remember. I'm gonna be honest with you. I missed the titty. I had to go back and watch it to catch the titty. I missed the titty. We was talking. We thought the show was over with, and somebody and it's funny because we was watching that Rev House with all the deacons and stuff like that. And then all we said, one of them said, "Oh," and we all turned and said, "What happened?" He said, "A titty." So you can imagine, room for the church folks, you know how that went. But anyway, but yeah, that was it. Was that was again iconic for
you put that over Michael Jackson.
I don't even remember Michael Jackson. I know he performed. I don't even remember that performance.
Oh man,
I'm gonna tell you another one that was really good. Bruno Mars.
Yeah, his was straight. His was good.
Yeah, so but yeah, that was he's still in my top 3, man. I can't forget. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, without the scandal, that show in itself was like it was like revolutionized because they were literally just now bringing
I don't
hip-hop.
remember nothing but the titty. I'm not gonna lie to you. The titty overshadowed everything.
Yeah. Now I will say this. I also remember 2007. I think it was 2007. Maybe it was 2008. Let me look and see here. 2008. Tom Petty. Didn't know one single Tom Petty song except for Free Falling, but we was yelling. We was singing Free Balling. Rest in peace, Tom Petty. I don't ever want to see something like that again. I'm just being honest. I don't mind
next Orleans.
Next year in New Orleans. They better be taking over for the 99-2000, and then you can move on from there.
I need to see a No Limit Cash Money collab. Bring P and bring them out on the tank. Have Baby, Manny, Juvie, Wayne, all of them.
Bro,
and then you throw in a little Harry Connick Jr. at the end just to appease the other side.
You may say Harry Connick Jr. I wouldn't mind seeing Trombone Shorty.
Yeah, you can throw him in there too for sure.
I'm gonna tell you who else I would. Kermit Ruffin. Let him come out there and play the trumpet. I'm telling you, man. Yeah. See, thank you, Danny. Danny Girl said, that is exactly why I better not see you two named again as a possibility. No, thank you, Snorefest. Yeah, so that's actually a good question. Brandon Reese asked, what was the best Super Bowl game in y'all lifetime?
The best game? Ooh, that's tough. For bias reasons, I'm gonna say 2009, but 2010 Super Bowl 44. That was the best game of my lifetime, personally. But non-biased take would probably be the Eagles Patriots Super Bowl with Nick Foles. That was a good Super Bowl. The Steve McNair Greatest Show on Turf Super Bowl that came down to the last yard. Super Bowl. That's a good question. It's hard to just do off the top of my head though. But
hold on, I'm looking because I've got one in mind. And I gotta figure out the actual best game. It's going to be, I'm gonna be honest with you, it probably was 2008. The Giants versus the Patriots, the undefeated Patriots. That 17-14 with the helmet catch and stuff like that. That is iconic. I think of it. Steelers Cardinals was
That was another good one. San Antonio Holmes catch it.
Yeah. I was in base. I wasn't basic training. I was in training, military training, and we watched it on the projector. So watched that. They had a whole setup and stuff for us. So that was cool. Trying to think what else.
28 was a good one too.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. On 28-3, I felt like Atlanta was up 28-3. So I cut the Super Bowl off and went to sleep. I woke up and saw that the Patriots had came back. I had to go watch the second half and just to see what happened.
Yeah. That was me. Huh? How did this happen? Huh?
Yeah. Because I woke up and I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, dang, they you know how Bleacher Report saying so and so won the Super Bowl. I was like, dang, they got it backwards. It say the Patriots won. Then I started looking at all scrolling social media and stuff and seeing that everybody tweets and all that. I was like, oh, I gotta go watch this. I gotta go see what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
crazy.
Yeah, craziness. Outside of that, I probably have to say, it was a good game. I hated it because I was a big Buffalo fan. I think it was 89, the Norwood missed kick.
I wasn't even born yet.
Yeah. So, yep. But man, as we move on, I do want to say our thoughts and prayers will go out to Kansas City and the community. The senseless violence that happened during the parade. It was the Victor Parade. One killed, 20 plus injured. They have arrested, I think it was 4 people, but they arrested 2 and have charged them. So again, our condolences, thoughts, and prayers. So yeah. But man, you know what we got to do, man. We got to give a shout out to our sponsors over at Bet Online. So when we come back, we can talk more about this wonderful weekend that these LSU Tigers had. But shout out to our sponsor over at Bet Online. BetOnline.ag. We'll be back in 1 minute. BetOnline.ag is your number one source for all your sports information, stats, news, and scores. Get the latest odds, lines, and player injury reports for this year's NBA and NHL playoffs. BetOnline is always your sports information headquarters. This season, we have you covered for all your sports wagering needs. We have everything from NBA, NFL, MLB, and NHL to golf, tennis, UFC, and boxing. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to get your betting info, including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games that you can play right from your home. Head on over to betonline.ag today or use your mobile device to get in on the action. Be sure to use the promo code BLEAV to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Hey, we are back. Shout out Mac McMahon and them balling Bayou Bengals on the hardwood. Big victory, 64-63. Yes, sir. Over South Carolina. Number 11 South Carolina at that.
Them boys don't give up for nothing, boy. It don't matter if they down 100, they still gonna act like they got a chance to win game, bro. Down 16 yesterday, came back and won.
Yes, sir.
Crazy.
Not
good
just
to see
that, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now, if I say not just that, they tied it up with a big 3 and went down, had a mishap on defense, and went back down by 3. Jordan Wright comes down, gets the layup and 1, hits that and ties it up. Then I think they go back down by 3 again. So, but they kept fighting. Like you said, they kept fighting.
Yeah, good to see Jordan Wright have a good game to close out the game. considering what happened against Georgia, where he missed that last second attempt. So good to see him kind of have a redemption game whenever it came to closing out the game, and coach still having trusted him to put the ball in his hands and let him make plays. But yeah, it was I think that was a signature win under Matt McMahon so far for LSU, is going on the road to South Carolina, a team that had just got whooped by Auburn. So you know that they had a bad taste in their mouth and that they was wanting to come out and right their last wrong. So it's good to see LSU go in hostile environment, get down 16, and still find a way to come back and win.
Yeah. Easily, Matt McMahon's best win as a LSU Tiger. I don't know about as his career though. I probably have to say it's probably one of them tournament wins with Ja, but easily.
Either way, yeah, it's probably his biggest win as far as ranked wins. I mean, you go on a top 15 team on the road, that's a big win right there, man. It's hard to do in college basketball.
Yeah. What's good, Edwin? Danny Girl says, about time all that fighting went their way in the end. Love their scrappiness. Yeah, this reminds me of 2017 baseball team. They would that's the Kramer Robinson, all those guys, the Rally Possum and stuff. No matter they'll be down.
Don't let me get hot.
Don't tell you. Or this reminds me also the 2018 team under Will Wade. They had it didn't matter how. I remember they were down like 18 against Missouri with, late in the game. Skylar Mays goes on an amazing run, tie the game up and take over.
He was so good.
Oh my goodness. So underrated.
He was so clutch though, man. But yeah, that's a big step for them boys, man. Hopefully they can keep that momentum going. They got a big one. Their next matchup at home versus Kentucky. So if they can keep that momentum going and get 2 back-to-back upsets over ranked opponents, that'll be huge for
them. Yeah. Kentucky is a team. They are good. They are very vulnerable.
They've too inconsistent.
Yeah, they've shown it. There's a good chance. I like our chance in it, and at home, I like our chances in it.
Just can't let get off to a fast start. If Kentucky get off to a fast start, they build confidence, and then them young guys start rolling. But if they get off to a slow start, they don't have it. They're not the same team.
Right. The men's basketball team wasn't the only team that was rolling this weekend. Shout out the Lady Tigers, softball Tigers. 3 huge wins in Clearwater Classic. Unfortunately, the last 2 games got canceled due to weather.
Man, that game they had versus
Oklahoma State.
No,
not that one.
Northwestern.
Okay.
Man, it's in like that game was never going to end, bro. LSU would get a lead, then Northwestern would come back, and LSU would come back and take the lead back from them, and LSU would give up some runs, and LSU would have a grand slam to take the lead again. It just seemed like that was a marathon is what that game was, but LSU found a way to win it in walk-off action. But, man, that was a hell of a game right there.
Yeah. I laugh because I thought you was talking about Oklahoma State. Dylan called me and was like, Daddy, I'm scared. I said, why? What's wrong? He said, his bases loaded. Oklahoma State got, they up batting and they got 1 out. And he said, and I don't know, Daddy. I don't know if we can pull it out. I said, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. He called me back, said, Daddy, it was a double play. They got out of the inning. I said, okay, good. Then he called me back, said, Daddy, we won. I said, okay, what's going on? What happened? He told me what happened, how they, got a hit. It was an error and all this kind of, since came around score. I was like, okay, appreciate it. I was going to have him do the softball breakdown, but he left. He went spend the night at one of his friend's house. But, man, it was intense, man. The games, and those girls have fought a lot. And Beltorino has been under a lot of pressure from a lot of fans. A lot of people saying that she's gonna be the next coach fired. She won the Scott Woodward hire. They're gonna get somebody in that can win. My question is, who you get? You still got to play Oklahoma. Now you're gonna have to play them in conference.
Yeah. I ain't ready to run Beth off yet. She got a great program, man. It's just hard to win a championship. But I think
you almost there. She is almost there.
She got a loaded team this year for sure.
So I'm glad you said that. Danny Girl actually posted this last night, and we was in Spaces talking about Beltorino, Beltorino, and like how she's finished some of these games. I mean some of these seasons. I'm see if I can find it. See how, man. Hold on. I gotta find it because her name ain't the same on. There you go. Appreciate it. All right, here we go. All right, so I get, you know what I'm saying, since 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regular season 40-25, 15-13 in the conference. She was second in the West. Went to the Women's College World Series. 2013, 42-16 regular season, 15-8 in the conference. First in the West, NCAA regional. Didn't make it out of Baton Rouge. 2014, 38-24, 13-11 in conference, second in the West, NCAA regional. 2015, 52-14, 15-9, third in the conference, and lost in the College World Series. 2016, 52-18, 13-11 in conference, seventh in the conference, Women's College World Series. 2017, 48-22, 12-12, 6 in the conference, Women's College World Series. So that's 3 back-to-back College World Series appearances. 2018. Now, 2018, 45-17, 13-11, 5th in the conference. They made to the Super Regional. 2019, 43-19, 14-10, second in the conference, made to Super Regional. 2020, of course, we know COVID happened, but they were rolling. They were 21-3.
Yeah, that was the year.
Yeah. 2021, they were 35-22, 13-11, tied for 5th in the conference, and they went to a Super Regional. 2022, 34-23, 13-11, 6 in the conference, NCAA regional, and then last year 42-17, 13-11, 6 in the conference, NCAA regional. Now with that, this says here, this is not including this year, but up until then she was 492 and 492 out of 220. That's a 69.1% winning percentage at LSU. But people want her gone.
Right.
When you look at it, the numbers and stuff, she definitely deserves to be here. So, definitely. Ready to talk some baseball?
I guess.
Baseball team season opener this week. They did the kind of round robin format with 3 teams. It's LSU, Central Arkansas, and Virginia Military Institute, VMI. Game 1, LSU versus VMI. It was a close. It was a close one.
I say this about that first game. I think we need to temper expectations about the pitching rotation.
Facts.
I think we can't expect nobody to come in and be a true ace right away. I think like Paul Skeens, I think it's gonna take some guys some time to kind of get into their groove and kind of find their roles and find out exactly who's gonna be our main guy and things like that. The fact that we got a lot of guys to choose from helps, but everybody just automatically assuming it's gonna be Hurd or it's gonna be this guy, that guy. I think we need to kind of pump the brakes a little bit and let these guys find their roles and let Jay kind of tinker with things to figure out who's gonna be the main guy. But I think this team can hit, bro. I mean, they showed that being between Tommy Tanks, Bear Jones, and today what Neil was able to do. I mean, they got a bunch of guys that can rake. So I think the offense ain't gonna be a problem. But I think we just kind of got to take time with that pitching rotation because you got to remember first year pitching coach too. So give him time to kind of figure things out and figure out who is going to be his main guys and things like that before we just kind of start writing guys' names in as the ace and things like that. Because I was more impressed with Holman than Hurd.
I agree. I was too. I like what I saw out of Ackenhouse when he came in. I like what I saw out of Cam Johnson. I love. You ain't like Cam Johnson?
That man walked 6 batters in the inning. I mean, he should.
Moffitt. I'm sure. On my bad.
Oh yeah, Moffitt came in and
Moffitt closed the game out.
Cam came in and looked nervous. He showed good velo and things like that. And his pitches got a lot of good movement, but he just couldn't hit the strike zone today.
Yeah. Coleman. I said Coleman. Javen Coleman. Coming back. I like it. I like
Fidel.
Yeah, I agree. Two people have asked. Key just came in. What's up, Key? Key asked, and I think Brandon Reese asked about pitching tomorrow. Who do you think? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think who gets the nod to come out there first. Some of y'all not gonna like this. I think it's Christian Little.
Keith and Lee.
Yeah. I think Christian Little might get the nod just because, saying the experience and stuff. And then you bring those guys behind him. But I think Little.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yep. So Danny, we got this thing. I keep telling Danny that I think Christian Little gonna bounce back this year. And I keep telling her if he bounce back, I'm on her ass. I pause. Well, I mean, anyway, I'm on her. I mean, but she married, I don't want
to. Yeah, I mean, but that's not pause though, I mean, you might just get jumped, but I mean, but
hey, I ain't worried. I ain't about jumping. It's Black History Month. Yeah, I don't fight foul but nah, man. I think I do think Christian Little gets the nod tomorrow.
I can see it.
Yeah. So yeah, key in there too. Yeah. So
yeah, I could definitely see him getting the nod. And just kind of doing like a Johnny Holstaff kind of day.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be Johnny Holstaff because you gotta get ready for I think they got a midweek like because they're playing tomorrow. They got a midweek on. Is it Wednesday? Thursday? Who are they playing? What day is it? Thursday. Yeah. Well, no, it's not a midweek technically. I mean, it's another 4-day or 4-game weekend because they'll be start on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Keith said, let Christian Deliver get up 4 runs and Poet drop 15. Y'all gonna hate me tomorrow.
Well, we know one of them ain't gonna happen.
Oh man.
But nah, it's gonna be interesting though. Interesting. I'm my expectation for this season. I think we make it to Omaha.
Man,
I think we can make
it to a super, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I think they have the talent to make it if they can get the pitching down pat.
They got the talent to make it all, but considering how deep they are, but I know it take a lot to win it all. So if they just make it to a super, I'll be good. Making it to Omaha
for health.
Yeah.
Praying for health.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. NBA All-Star Weekend. All-Star game is actually going on right now. The East is up by a lot last time I checked. But man, I want to talk about some of these competitions that have happened, as of recent. Skills competition was won by the Pacers.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't watched none of
it.
None of it.
3-point competition was won by Dane. They did a 3-point shootout between
I saw that now. I saw that on social media.
And Ionesco. So then the dunk contest. I missed the dunk contest this year.
But you ain't missed much, apparently.
Yeah.
You ain't missed much, apparently. I heard Jaylen Brown was terrible.
How can you save the dunk competition? Because it was some legendary dunk.
You can't, bro. The dunk contest ruined the year that, well, I ain't gonna lie, it was ruined before then, but whenever Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon went, and Aaron Gordon got robbed out of that year, I mean,
okay.
I mean, like there's no incentive to do the dunk contest because it's rigged. I mean, whenever the dude from the Heat was in it, Dwayne Wade was giving them 10s every time just because he was for the Heat. You know what I mean? Like it's rigged. There's no way that you can make it exciting, bro. The only way you can make it exciting is if you go get some pro dunkers that all they do is dunk and just take away the NBA part of it.
Yeah. Best dunk competitions of modern time.
The best one was Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, but they was literally going back and forth trading 50s. But another underrated one, in my opinion, is Andre Iguodala versus Nate Robinson. I feel like Iguodala got robbed that year, but that's neither here nor there. And then there's been some other good ones, but those are the two that just stick out in my mind.
All right. Here's some, and I know it's one gonna stick out like a sore thumb. But here's mine. 1992, Cedric Sabalas. I know you.
I was born. I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was when he dunked. Like that was the first time like they started introducing like some of the gimmick dunks where he dunked with like he was blindfolded, I believe. Yeah, he did the blindfold dunk. So yeah, turned out he could see though. But anyway, another one that's underrated. 2007 Gerald Green.
Yeah, he was a good dunker.
Mm-hmm. Of course, Levine Gordon. And 16, 2000 Vince Carter. I think he.
Like, to me, when you say best dunk contest of all time, I'm thinking like going back and forth. But if you thinking about like the best performance in a dunk contest, then it's got to be Vince Carter.
I say, yeah. I mean, yeah, but I mean a dunk contest where it's just entertaining. Period. Those,
Okay, well,
in my opinion, those were the most entertaining. Because okay, the Nate Robinsons were cool, but I didn't. It wasn't much to it.
The one on him versus Andre Iguodala. AI Allen Iverson threw the ball. He was standing behind the backboard. He threw it off the back of the backboard from behind. Iguodala caught it, went underneath the goal, and dunked that mug. Like, and then he caught it. He did the one off the side of the backboard where he windmilled that mug. But Nate Robinson sat out there at the half court and tried to throw it between his legs twice. And this is whenever they didn't have a time limit. So he could just sit out there all day trying to do it. And it took him like 30 tries to get it done right. And he ended up beating Andre Iguodala because of that shit. But that was the end. Go back and watch that when you get a chance. Iguodala, I think that was like 08, 09, maybe something like that. But Iguodala was nasty with his, man. He should have won that year.
Yeah. Goes back to kind of something you said when we first started, and it's fitting. The game is on now. It's the All-Star game losing its luster.
Yeah, I love them all. The only All-Star game that means something is Major League Baseball.
Yeah, because you get talking about the home field advantage or whatever. Yeah.
It's not just that, but like the NFL, they done changed the sport. You play flag football now for theirs. So I mean, they done changed the sport literally. And then basketball, they don't know if they want to do East versus West. They don't know if they want to do, captains and pick teams. Then they got the Elam ending at the end. Like, the problem with basketball is they don't try. That's the problem. Is it's a glorified pickup game. Now, if they play like they did the whole fourth quarter, that'd be a different story. But they don't play like that. But the fourth quarter when the Elam ending come in, really.
Yeah. I said the All-Star game is really the All-Star weekend. Losing its luster. But
then you ain't got like we talked about this on the radio the other day. Like, it's All-Star weekend. You got guys that aren't All-Stars competing in some of these events. You know what I mean? Like,
got them competing in everything. The Rising Stars the only thing that's interesting.
If you want to make it interesting again, don't let guys that aren't All-Stars compete in these events. Ain't nobody ever got hurt in the dunk contest. Miss me with that, Key. Miss me with that. Ain't nobody ever got hurt in the dunk contest. That ain't why they want to do it. That ain't why they don't want to do it. They don't want the embarrassment of not performing well. That's what it is. Because ain't no reason for LeBron James to have never done a dunk contest except for the fact that he don't want to not do well and it to hurt his legs. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only reason. Everybody else done did it.
They playing in the game. They just not.
He's saying that's why don't nobody go hard, because they don't want to get hurt. You get them hurt more by going half speed than you do playing for real, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, like you got Mac McClung, who not even in the NBA in the All-Star game. I mean, in the dunk contest. You know what I mean? Like, you got guys who not. I don't even know, besides Jaylen Brown, who else was in a dunk contest. But
I can tell you about the 3-point competition. It was embarrassing for some when you got a center and Cat, eliminating folks.
That's the game now, though, bro. Big guys can shoot, man. So, but I disagree with him on this. They aren't creative dunkers. They shoot. I disagree, because last year Trey Murphy from the Pelicans should have won the dunk contest last year, in my opinion, but they gave it to Mac McClung. And then Mac McClung turned around and stole one of Trey Murphy's dunks this year and did it for himself. So I mean, it's some creativity out there. It's just not the guys who you think are great dunkers that got some creativity. Like Jaylen Brown should have never, ever been in the dunk contest. Ever. I'm sorry. Ever. Ever.
Hey, it's
Ever.
funny the meme that's going around now where Jason Tatum is trying to throw him the lob and he jumped forward and miss it.
Bro. Then he jumped over
time,
a dude sitting in a chair who's like less than 5 feet tall.
Here's the funny part about it. Next time you see that video, think about Fresh Prince when Jazz get thrown out the house and put that sound when Jalen.
Somebody
every time I see that, that's the first thing that comes in my mind. Ah!
I saw that, man. Nah, man. They need to do better, bro.
Yeah. All right. It's that time. Wrap it up. We can get ready to get up out of here. You got anything else? Anybody in the chat got something y'all want to talk about? I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I do want to say, we are not going to discuss the Trey Hollis situation. It's too much coming out here and there to discuss anything. Nah.
Until there's more information,
yeah,
then we're not going to discuss it because right now there's not a whole lot to go off of, and I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to talk about stuff with half information. So until there's more information come out, we'll be refraining from talking about that. And not saying we won't ever talk about it, but for now, that's not on our agenda for us to talk about until there's more information that comes out. And that's not just to respect for Trey, but that's respect for the other people involved, the victims involved, and everything like that. We want to be, if we talk about it, we want to be as accurate as we can with all the information. And right now, there's not enough information to go off of.
All right. He did put out a statement. Y'all can go ahead and read that for what it's worth. He put it out on his on Twitter, Instagram as well. I don't even know if people his age even do Facebook anymore.
Yeah, he put it on Facebook though. He put it on Facebook.
Oh, okay. So yeah. I'm praying for everybody involved. I hate the situation. So
yeah, I agree.
Gun violence is never the answer. But yeah. All right. Y'all got anything for else before we get up out of here?
Nah, that's all I got, man. Good luck to them girls tomorrow, to the baseball team tomorrow. Danny, when the softball team play again?
It's I think they got a little
probably midweek or something.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you, you know. Say what?
They loaded, bro.
They play
she said Thursday.
Yeah. Boise State. They play Boise State Thursday and Friday in the Tiger Classic. They also play Houston Friday and Saturday. And they play Austin P on Saturday.
So let's go P.
Yeah. Let's go Cougs. Yeah.
Austin P chant. Let's go P.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no way you can catch me saying that at a game, bro. Ain't no way.
It's better than I'd rather say let's go P than what South Carolina be all the they go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Cocktober and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just like the Rhode Island Institute of Design. You seen that mascot?
Oh, well, I have you. I looked it up. I think you had me look it up one night.
Hey, yo, I would never go to that school just because of the mascot, dog. For real, bro. They got the worst mascot in the world.
Yeah. I don't see the picture, but is there? I know that ain't it. Get the out of here.
For y'all want to know what we're talking about, just go look up Rhode Island School of Design mascot. Oh man, that's awesome, bro. There's no way that I could go there, man. Ain't no way. Yeah. Could always be worse, bro. It could always be worse.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the show. That is terrible. Wow. No pen is worse.
Oh man.
I you know what's bad? I saw the name when you told me that before, and I saw the name. I was like, ain't no way that's what that is. And I just didn't. I actually just saw a picture.
Yeah, you actually in the uniform.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and put this I'm gonna go put it out now, man. I'm not saying who, I'm not saying, pick anything. Go register to vote.
Yeah.
Do y'all see if we do this? Register to vote so when it's time, yeah. That's a good idea, Danny. Yep. It's a great idea. We have to take that up with management. So, anywho, I think that's it. Everybody in shock now. They Google.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Danny girl said we gotta. If Post go 15 tomorrow, we gotta get a polo jersey and rock it on the show.
Do they even make those?
Boy, you crazy. Because Key got two of
them. The only two they ever made.
But at the same time, if Christian Little get like 4 strikeouts, then he got to get one, a Christian Little jersey.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I might buy all the Christian Little jerseys.
You gonna have the only 2 Christian Little jerseys. He gonna have the only 2 polo jerseys.
I know her name. I know her name. The difference is, I believe she can do well and everything. I just ain't. All I ever said was she been off her game this year. I don't think that was inaccurate. This man almost won the 3-point contest and can't hit a 3-point at all tonight.
Who that?
Cat.
Oh, Be like that, bro.
The
Somebody
big
must
saw.
have bet.
That man so Edwin says Southern with a deep home run. They now tied the game 2-2 against Texas Southern in the top of the second. That's good stuff.
That's what's up.
I can't wait. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm getting old. One of my classmates, son, was on the Alabama A&M baseball team his freshman year.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, so I'm definitely getting old. Man, this ain't nothing but baseball pass, dunk, baseball pass, dunk.
Oh, you talking about the All-Star game?
Yeah.
Oh, you know that, man. That's why I'm not even watching. I'm not wasting my time.
All right, let me ask this before we get up out of here. Going forward, NBA teams to watch.
I don't know. I don't watch.
Did anybody make any a move? So you only watch your squad?
Yeah, I ain't watched nobody yet but my squad. Football season just ended, so it's not for me to keep up with it now. But I'll have an answer for you in about a week or so.
Okay. Any interesting last minute moves during the trade deadline? Anything worth noting? Or since the trade deadline?
Nope, not really. I mean, the Spencer Dinwiddie to the Lakers is interesting, but I don't know if that's gonna matter enough to make a big difference. It could, but you know what I mean. We'll see how it play out, but that's about the only one.
He got him off waivers though, didn't it?
Yeah, he got cut and he was a free agent, so he cleared waivers and then they signed him.
That's interesting.
Boy, y'all a long way from 18.
Yeah,
a long way. I can't talk because we a long way too, but we closer than y'all are.
I wonder if they make a run in the playoffs like they did last year, do they have enough to get by Denver?
No. Y'all ain't got nobody that can stop Jokic, man. And that's the thing is like y'all play similar to Jokic. I mean to Denver, but like you can't beat Jokic at his own game. You're gonna have to beat Jokic doing something different. How am I hating? Who y'all got that can stop Jokic?
I wouldn't say stop him. You need somebody who can slow him down. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to slow him down. Or do the other method. Well, you know what I'm saying? You try to contain Jokic, but you just keep everybody else from scoring.
Who y'all got that can do that?
What, to slow everybody else down defensively?
Who's stopping Jamal Murray?
Because adding Dinwiddie gives you a little defensive help. You got to have somebody
good at defense. Dinwiddie gives you some offensive help.
He don't give you no defensive help. Then he just he just like a defense.
Spencer Dinwiddie defense in the same sentence. He's saying Vanderbilt in the comments, but Vanderbilt straight on defense, but I don't know if he can hold Murray for a whole series.
We'll see.
I think y'all problem is age. Man, Spencer Dinwiddie is not a decent defender, bro. Y'all have to stop with this, bro. That's that purple and gold talking. Spencer Dinwiddie ain't never been known for defense.
He said he can shut KCP down. I'm more
KCP,
concerned with.
KCP ain't gonna do nothing but hit corner threes.
I'm more concerned about Aaron Gordon and Porter. Because it's more of the role help that hurt. You know what I'm saying? That hurt whatchamacallit for me.
So Spencer Dinwiddie defensive rating as of this year is 120.
His defensive ranking?
Yeah, his defensive rating is 120. That means he gives up 120 points per 100 possessions. That is not good. He gonna say as a Laker he hasn't been bad. How many games has the man played as a Laker?
All right, I'm gonna get up out of here because I can't. That's funny. That's funny. Keep
that man done played in 2 games. He gonna say as a Laker he ain't been bad. Come on, man. Come on, man.
that was a good try. That's the best try I've seen all day. All right. Damn it, Keith.
That's what people talk about Laker fans, stuff like that right there. That's why people talk about Laker fans. That's about as bad as the Cowboys, man. Oh, the Bucks done with. The Bucks done with. Bucks got Doc Rivers as a coach. They done.
Danny said, "Is Key the Chris of basketball?" LOL. Key might be the Chris of everything.
Oh man. That man said, "Since a Laker, boy, that dude though."
All right, man. All right, I'm gonna get up out of here. All right, we'll be back. I don't know when. Danny asked what we doing in space. I don't know.
Tonight?
Don't matter. Yeah. I guess somebody start one. I'll be in there. I don't know if I'm gonna start one. I ain't off like some of you slackers.
Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow.
I gotta work tomorrow too.
Coach.
Somebody said, hey.
Shut up.
Somebody said, y'all don't get President's Day off. No, somebody asked, said we don't get President's Day off at work. I said they ain't gave us President's Day off since Obama was elected. We already get MLK.
That boy keep trying to.
He said, I don't want to snore again. Nah, I ain't that. I ain't trying to hear you talk about Paul all night. And then when I'm gonna show you the face when you talk about Paul, and then the next day she have a game and she don't show up, this how I be looking at the phone. I be cussing you out, Key, every time.
Hey, I think Key need to start a space. Them spaces be hilarious.
Yeah,
that man in the Wolf Key.
That's another thing. Yeah, I'm finna end it. I'm just trying to clicking the buttons. It's been a long time. All right, man.
Oh man. Y'all have a good man. We out.
All right, like that, we out. This show was presented by betonline.ag.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe on Twitter at Golden Boot. On Instagram at Golden Boot. On YouTube at The Golden Boot Pod. On Facebook at The Golden Boot Pod.